RKedu app.
So the next question that we are going to be doing is again related to wants, and that is classification of wants. Now our wants can be classified into different categories, that is economic and non-economic wants. That is our first point. Okay. Now what are economic wants? Whenever we have a monetary transaction involved to satisfy our wants, which means whenever you have to pay some or the other amount of money or price to satisfy a want, it is known as economic want. For example, food, medicine, clothes, shoes, education, medical facilities, etc. अब भूख लगी है, आप कहीं से अगर खाना खरीदते हो तो जाहिर सी बात है आपको उसके लिए कुछ ना कुछ तो पे करना होगा, राइट? दैट इज वाई दीज आर नोन एज इकोनॉमिक वॉन्ट्स बिकॉज यू पे सम और द अमाउंट अदर अमाउंट ऑफ मनी. Whereas if you talk about non-economic wants, these non-economic wants are exactly opposite of economic wants. Because here you do not have to pay any amount of money, right? Because they are completely free of cost. They do satisfy your wants, but you do not pay any price for them. For example, let us say air, sunshine, and so on. Obviously you need air to breathe, right? You get oxygen from air. You need sunshine or sunlight because you get so many vitamins from sunlight, right? So again, these are necessary. We do need them, they do satisfy our wants, but आप उसके लिए कोई पैसे नहीं दे रहे, वो आपको फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट मिलता है. इसके लिए इसको कहते हैं नॉन इकोनॉमिक वांट. बहुत ही सिंपल है. पैसे देकर वांट सेटिस्फाई कर रहे हो तो इकोनॉमिक वांट, बिना पैसे के आपकी वांट सेटिस्फाई हो रही है तो नॉन इकोनॉमिक वांट. The next point is individual wants and collective wants. What are individual wants? They are those which are at an individual level. Something required by one individual is known as individual wants. For example, if we talk about a doctor needs a stethoscope, right? A judge needs a coat. A teacher needs a chalk, right? So here, if you talk about a stethoscope or a coat or a chalk, their want is limited to one particular individual. अब चौक टीचर्स के अलावा सबको थोड़ी चौक चाहिए होता है ना? तो ये क्या होता है कि एक ही इंसान या एक ग्रुप ऑफ इंडिविजुअल की यहाँ पे हम ज़रूरत को पूरा करते हैं, इसके लिए इसको इंडिविजुअल वांट कहा जाता है. जबकि अगर हम बात करते हैं कलेक्टिव वांट, ये सोसाइटी की वांट के बारे में बात करता है. दीज आर रिक्वायर्ड बाय almost everyone that lives in that particular society. For example, if we talk about trains or buses, now these public transport is required by a society, है ना? हम सबको ज़रूरत पड़ती है पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट की, हम सब उनमें ट्रैवल करते हैं. तो ये जो कमोडिटी है या ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सर्विस है, ये पूरे सोसाइटी की वॉन्ट्स को पूरा कर रहा है ना. दैट इज वाई इट इज नोन एज कलेक्टिव वॉन्ट. अ लास्ट पॉइंट इज नेसेसिटीज, comforts and luxuries. Now if you want to classify your wants, you can classify them into necessities or comforts or luxuries. Now, what are necessities? They are the goods that we require in our life, basic goods that we require in our daily life. जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना, रोटी कपड़ा मकान, these are our basic needs. But now, including food, clothing, and shelter, health and education has also become our basic need, a very crucial part of human needs, right? Because now education and health becomes a very important part, or plays a very important role in a person's life. So, in short, necessities are the most basic things that a person requires. Whereas, if you talk about comforts, these are the goods and services that we buy so that our life becomes more comfortable. हमें कम मेहनत लगती है या बहुत आसानी से हमारा काम हो जाता है, ऐसी चीज़ों को हम कंफर्ट कहते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर हम बोलते हैं वॉशिंग मशीन, अब अगर आप हाथ से कपड़े धो रहे हो तो बहुत मेहनत लगेगी, राइट? टू reduce these efforts and to make washing clothes more comfortable, we purchase a washing machine. And similarly, a pressure cooker. Because if you actually boil something on a gas without a pressure cooker, it consumes more amount of fuel and also a lot of time, additional time, है ना? तो ये क्या करता है, हमारी मेहनत और हमारे टाइम को बचाता है. Now, the most important part is luxuries. Now, what are luxuries? They give us certain pleasure and enjoyment. We feel good when we own such luxuries. For example, if you talk about a luxurious car, you have so many facilities, good music system, then you have airbags, good air conditioning, enough of space, good seating arrangements, etc. Now these luxurious cars, they give a certain level of pleasure, right? You feel so good when you drive a luxurious car, है ना? So these luxurious car or a well furnished house or a sports bike, all these give a certain level of enjoyment and pleasure. These are known as luxuries. So, depending upon how a good is serving you, right? Whether they are important or whether you are buying it for making your life more comfortable, or whether you're buying it for some kind of pleasure and enjoyment, you can classify these goods and services into necessities, comforts, and luxuries. Here we have finished one of the most important concepts, that is wants.